£100 to the person who can guess how many sweets in the jar.
I reckon there's 13.
I think there's 7.
Quick, count.
Okay.
Count. Okay, whilst Jordan's counting them, I just want to let you all know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there will be swearing, spoilers, and opinions in this episode coming up. So
18. We all were wrong, but if
I
you
was
double
closest.
mine, I was closer.
Fucking Jordan maths.
Hello and welcome to 250 Reasons to Stay Indoors. I'm Jordan.
I'm Keiran.
And this is the podcast where we watch the IMDb's top 250 films. We tell you whether they're worth staying indoors for or not. What are we watching this week, Kieran?
This week we are watching Jaws.
Nice. I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
Can you imagine that's probably how they Spielberg first said it when he came up with the idea, sitting in his room penciling ideas. Jaws. So where
calls up John Williams. John Williams. So, all right, it came out in 1975.
Yeah.
And it is number 234 on the list at the time of recording, which is when, Jordan?
Right now?
Right now.
Really?
Yeah, right now.
No, I mean, it's that low on the list.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's ridiculous.
Especially considering... Okay, have you seen this film before, Jordan?
I have seen the film before, yeah.
Okay, I have too. So it's going to be a little bit hard for us to predict what happens, considering we've already seen it. But everyone fucking goes on about it. And so I was expecting it to be, I don't know, like at least mid-100.
Yeah, I expected it to be in the top 100, to be honest.
Oh.
It's a pretty...
prestigious film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think could have happened if you hadn't seen it?
No, what could it have been?
Or what would you like to do with the title Jaws?
I'd prefer it to be the story of a dentist.
Okay, nice.
And
it's all about the story of how that dentist goes into different people's jaws and stuff?
No, like, I don't know, just maybe like he the first ever dentist, what's the word? The pioneer of dentistry, changing the world's perception of a man who tinkers with your teeth.
Why does it have to be a man? Why are you gendering a job profession, Jordan?
Because I'm thinking this is like way, way back.
Oh, okay. And of course, no women would have been doing anything like as scientific as
that.
No,
of course not.
Because as we both know, back in the 1800s, women couldn't do science, right?
No. Okay,
of
fair.
Course.
No, you caught me. Of course, it could be a woman, or it could even be a dog or a cat, or I'm not being exclusive here.
What's the deal with canines, as in dogs, being also called the kind of tooth canine? Do dogs exclusively...
They're named after the tooth.
Huh. So do they like exclusive... I should ask this to my sister because she's training to be a veterinary nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So she'd probably know. But hey, she's not here. So do they exclusively have canines in their mouths? Surely
No,
not.
but they have very prominent canines.
Ah.
That's why they're called canines.
So why aren't vampires called canines?
Because they're not real.
Yeah, but surely there's other animals that also have prominent canines, And they're like saber-toothed tigers. Why are they not called canines?
Well, I mean, they're called saber-toothed tigers for a start.
It's kind of already taken care of, isn't it? Okay, I see what you mean. I think it would be funny if like Jaws was just like, someone's basically it's just they're mishearing what it is. It turns out to be a film about drawers.
Or chores.
Chores. There you go. Oh no, because back in the day there was obviously no anesthetic, so that was
right.
That was a tough time.
So
Would it just be like an hour and a half of people taking their teeth out with strings around their teeth and slamming it in a door? That whole thing.
Yeah, maybe. I wanted someone at work had a wobbly tooth the other day, and I was just like begging them to let me do that. Like,
have you ever done that before?
No, I want to know if it works.
I mean, I'm sure it does. Otherwise, it wouldn't still be a thing.
As if you don't just like walk with the door though. Like, how can you just stand there and let it happen? Like, how? It's like the same way I think that you can't like drown yourself like in a bath by just like holding your breath underwater and not coming back up.
Well, no, because your body is like
That's what I'm saying. Like, surely your body does not let you just stand there and like have a piece of you removed.
Yeah, but it's the element of surprise, isn't it? I don't think you slam the door on yourself.
Right. No, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Someone else does it for you, didn't they?
But then also, if you're an adult,
If you don't just move along.
yeah, but if you're an adult and you have mad conviction, like people accidentally hurt themselves, or they intentionally hurt themselves, and they don't stop themselves from doing it. Like I can say to myself, all right, I'm going to put my hand on that hot stove, and I will do it.
He will do it.
I will do it if I tell me.
Keiran is nothing if not a mad lad.
A mad lad, man of conviction. You know me.
Yeah.
So I'll put my hand on that stove. Of course, I'll regret it, and I'll pull my hand away quickly. The same way that when when their tooth comes out, like they'll recoil and they'll be like, "Ow, that hurt."
They will recoil.
They'll recoil back. They'll be like, "Huh!"
Yeah.
And they'll recoil.
Recoil.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go and watch the film.
Nice one, cool. Let's go watch the film.
Mama, Baba, Mama, Baba, Baba. And we're back with a couple of fast thoughts. Teeth,
Yellow,
shark,
stupid mayors,
boat,
harsh men and soft women,
sailor,
egos,
beach,
singing songs on a boat,
dead children,
dead adults.
Go
on.
Holidays.
Done.
No, let's stop there.
Okay.
Okay, that'll probably do it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, are you ready with your 15-second pitch?
I think so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
A sleepy seaside beach island of Long Island, and it's the 4th of July coming up, and there's a shark attack, and the sheriff's like, fucking close the beach. They end up closing the beach after more people died, and then people go after the shark and they kill the shark, and that's about it.
15 seconds.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, I think that does it as well. Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah. I mean, there's not a great, it's pretty straightforward, really, the film, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't come away going, well, what, how did...
Do you know what the objective is the whole time?
Yeah.
Like there's some
Get
things...
the shark.
Yeah, just fucking get that shark.
And make people safe again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make people safe again.
Yeah, okay. So do we want to do a little synopsis?
Synopsis. Film starts with some teens on the beach. I'm presuming that they're teens or like early 20s.
Yeah.
And they're smoking weed and drinking and
Playing Wonderwall.
pretty much. Fuck that. No, some country stuff or blues or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're miming the music in the background and the kissing and were they kissing, Jordan? You know about kissing?
Yeah, there was some kissing.
Okay, can clarify that. And there's this girl, and she's like, "Come with me. We're going to the sea to this guy, and he's drunk. He passes out on the beach while she goes into the water
And does some aqua aerobics.
does some aqua aerobics, and she's all like, "Look at my sexy legs and everything." But then she gets eaten by a shark. Wah wah.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like wah wah. And thank you. Hey. And next day, Brody wakes up and he goes to the office.
Police Chief Brody.
Police Chief Brody, thank you. He's the main character. Roy Scheider? Is that his name?
Yeah.
And he goes to the office and he gets a call. It's like, you should come out here to the beach. And they're like,
It's the guy that passed out that calls them in.
yeah, because he's like, I don't know where this woman went. She must have drowned or something. Shit, And so Brody's got his, I guess, partner or like his...
There's just another police officer on the
police
scene.
officer, yeah. And the other police officer
Working
whistles.
the scene.
Yeah. And they look and they see that there's like a severed arm
Yeah.
and remaining body parts and crabs crawling all over it. And it's like, well, that's just gross, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Brody writes up this report, cause of death, shark attack. Now, it ends up getting changed because the mayor, because Brody's like, close all the beaches. I'm the chief of police, close all the beaches because that's fucking dangerous. We've got to catch that shark.
There's a killer shark on the loose.
There's a killer shark. And the mayor of the town is a dick.
An absolute wanker.
And he's like, well, you can't close the beaches because it's coming up to the 4th of July. We're a summer town. We need those summer dollars. So you're not closing the motherfucking beach, you dick.
Keep them open.
Exactly, keep them open. And Brody's like, Jesus Christ. And so they end up closing the beach for like one day. So
24 hours.
24 hours so that people can go and try and find a shark. Some fishermen go and find a shark, but it ends up being just a tiger shark.
No, you've missed an important bit.
Okay, fine.
Sorry.
All right.
So before that,
Oh, I did miss an important bit.
Before that, the
Mayor.
So there's kids all down by the beach, and at this point, the murder of the girl is not a shark attack at the moment yet, and so the beach is open. Brody is at the beach. The kids are all going in, and then the shark attacks again and kills a little boy
in broad daylight in front of everyone.
So everyone's like, "Fuck!" Run away. There's blood everywhere, and then we get to that point where they close the beach for 24 hours and they put out a bounty for the shark, and lots of fishermen go out to try and kill the shark. They come back with the tiger shark, Rajub and Keiran.
And Brody and this guy who's come from, I want to say National Geographic, but I think that's wrong. Some kind of seaboating, Boy Scouts, fucking Marines, geology association.
Yeah.
All of them ones rolled into one. Yeah. And he's like, nah, mate, this isn't a great white. This isn't the shark you're looking for. The bite sizes are different than the ones on the girl.
He has a different bite radius.
All that stuff.
That's not what he sounded like at all.
No, I mean, Americans.
That one American accent.
And the mayor's like, well, you're not going to cut open the shark right in the middle of the fucking square because
some little boy's going to flop out of it.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. But they end up secretly, Brody and the, I don't know, National Geographic Boy Scout guy goes over to
Hooper,
thank you. Yeah. Goes over to the shark and they tear it open and they look at his guts.
They tear it up.
Yeah, start tearing that up, and they discover that the
shark had just come from up north or something. It swum down. It swum down in the Gulf Stream.
That's the one. The same Gulf Stream as in Finding Nemo. No, probably not. No.
Maybe.
Who knows? And they're like, oh shit, there's a big shark out there, so we got to find this shark. And the mayor still doesn't believe it at all. What's your face?
No, just don't worry. I'll come back to it later. But okay, yeah, it's fine.
All right. What's your face? That was the question I asked you. And the mayor's like, you're still not closing the motherfucking beach because it's the 4th of July tomorrow, and we really, really need the 4th of July, don't we? And so Brody can't do anything about it because he's been overpowered by the mayor. 4th of July happens, loads of people come, and they still haven't closed the beach. No one wants to go into the water because they know that the shark attacks have happened, and even though a shark has been caught, they don't really believe it, and they're still kind of skeptical. So the mayor convinces this family to go inside the water. Everyone goes inside the water, but then the shark gets provoked again. Oh, before the shark gets provoked, everyone evacuates the water because there's a shark fin that's in the water, but it's just two kids who have like a cardboard cutout of a shark fin and they're swimming with it, just being mischievous little
dickheads.
Little dickheads, basically. They're being little dickheads.
Yeah, playing silly buggers.
Yeah, false alarm. And I don't think people go back into... No, they don't go back into the water, but there's an actual shark now.
In the pools, which is like the shallow part of the beach or something.
Which is where Brody told his son to go and swim because he thought the shark wouldn't be there, but
Well, they were out on the boat with his friends, and there was like another guy with them who was on... Maybe he's on like a little rowing boat, isn't he, or something like that. And the shark comes up behind him, and he's like, "Hey guys, what are you looking at? Why are you so scared?" And then he gets eaten up, and you just see like a leg fall to the bottom of the ocean.
And the group of boys, they try and swim back to shore. Michael, Brody's son, is like in shock,
dragged on shore because he's just like passed out.
Yeah. So that's not a good time. Mm-hmm. The mayor finally realizes the error of his ways because his kids were on the beach and he's shitting himself. So they're like, okay, let's properly employ someone. Let's employ this guy called Quint, who's some old-timey sailor. That's what he comes across as.
Well, Brody kind of like makes the mayor do that. Like he's like, you're going to sign this piece of paper and we're going to give him whatever he wants. We're going to go out and we're going to kill the shark. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, no, you are going to do that. And then he does that.
It's because the mayor's like, I was acting in the best interest of the town.
No, you fucking weren't, mate. Just fucking sign the piece of paper. Yeah. So yeah, he signs the piece of paper and they go to Quint's house. Come on over to Quint's place.
Exactly. And Quint's place is full of shark teeth.
This guy fucking loves sharks.
I mean, maybe even more than the National Geographic.
Absolutely nuts off sharks.
Yeah, exactly. And he was a sailor. No, it was like a submarine guy back in the World War II.
Yeah.
And all of his mates got eaten by a shark. So
he tells a really like chilling story later on in the film about how they all survived. How he survived like 4 days out at sea, just floating around but whilst his friends were picked off by sharks.
Yeah, kind of gross.
Yep.
And Hooper, Quint, and Brody get on a boat.
Yeah, they've got loads of equipment and shit.
They go try and kill up this shark, and after a couple of days, and the shark's beating up the boat and everything. Long story short, Quint gets eaten by the shark. Hooper somehow escapes.
Swims away.
Kind of swims away and hides in a coral reef. And Brody almost single-handedly takes care of the shark by putting a...
Jaws is bitten like a gas canister and it's like stuck in his teeth. And as the ship's sinking, Brody
got a rifle.
Snipes him with a rifle.
He's like, "Smile, you son of a bitch!"
Yeah, and then and Jaws blows up,
Jaws blows
up, blows Jaws, and
up blows the killer shark,
and they all sail away on driftwood, and the film kind of ends there.
There you go.
One of my first beefs with this.
Straight in there. Why do they need permission to close the beach? Like, he's the chief of police. Surely he doesn't need to just, like, ask the mayor. Like, there must be some sort of, like, reason, like, some way he can be like, no, the beaches are being closed. I think it's because so Brody kind of had the pressure of, because there's not enough police around. There's not enough, like, support. So it's like him and maybe 5 other police officers for this whole island. There's not many people there at all, is there?
Yeah.
And there's nothing that happens. If there was a whole, bloody loads of, different districts and loads of policemen that they could call upon, then there's a lot more people who are going to be on his side. And in terms of like, I don't know, people who will support him. So when it came to the point where the mayor and his buddies, his councillors and whatever else, were saying to Brody, he's like, no, we're going to keep the beach open because you're new here. That's another thing. He was new in the island.
Yeah.
And the mayor was like, you don't understand how much of a big deal summer is and how much of a big deal 4th of July is. Everyone's going to come here, and this is how it goes. This is how it goes in Amity. Amity is the name of the island, which, as you know, means friendship. Which it does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but what I would say to that is, yes, but a shark just ate a person. And it's still around, like it's still here, obviously, because it's not. We haven't caught it.
I don't know why Brody didn't just tell the Coast Guard straight away.
Yeah,
surely that's his responsibility.
Well, yeah, and what about the family of the? Like, surely they wanted to see the body or something,
Well, they changed the coroner's report to.
Oh, they said it was a boating accident, didn't they? Like it was like mashed up by the propellers,
which it obviously wasn't, but. But then surely they'd want to find out who the person was who had that boat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then why is there not a search for the boat?
You know what? That doesn't check out.
It doesn't check out. There's plot holes there, and that's only really at the start of the film. And I think if maybe they just closed the beach, then we wouldn't have the same issues that we have now.
Yeah.
So my next beef, when the silly buggery is happening and the little kids are doing the fin shit.
Yeah.
There's a woman like holding a child, just screaming as everyone's running, and she's like in the water, and she's just standing still.
Yeah, she's just shitting herself. I'm just like, fucking move.
Like, you would not just sit there and just scream. Like, you would move. Like, I know the whole fight or flight sort of situation, you might just freeze up, but I mean, you're in the water. You just move, didn't you? Everyone's
just kind of go with the flow of
the
stuff.
force of everyone else moving is surely going to push you along. You're having to go against that to stand still.
That's a good point. At the same time, she's holding her baby or her kid or whatever. Like, whatever I can do to protect this baby, I'm scared to run with it because it might fall over or something. Maybe
okay. That doesn't make sense. It's more like I'm scared for this baby. I need to get out of here.
It did look a little bit like, hey, we need to make people look like they're panicking, so just have a woman screaming, but standing still. Standing still, screaming woman. That's what they needed. And also the guy who told the kids to piss off with the lilo. Jumped on a bunch of kids'
and then
lilos.
Swam on the lilo, as if that's any faster.
Like, how fucking deep is that water as well? It was maybe 4 or 5 foot deep. Like, really?
Yeah, that guy deserved to die.
Yeah, I think so. He would have been a big meal as well.
Yeah. And my next beef is, why the fuck were they drinking so much when they were trying to catch this shark? Like, that's just stupid.
Right?
I'm sorry, but...
They were wasted.
I mean, I understand the whole sailor rum and pirating and all of that. That makes sense, but you're trying to catch a killer shark that has definitely mashed up boats already. Like, you're not safe on the boat. Just so don't be drunk or even hungover. Like, you need to be working at top. You know, they need like coffee and Red Bull. That's what they need.
They need to be fucking primed the whole time.
Yeah,
they need to be optimum primed the whole time. And they
no.
got no,
because it's Optimus Prime.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
No,
Sorry,
this is bad as my Magaloof.
but they've got to be ready. But they were probably thinking, the shark doesn't do shit before, like, at night time. It's only at like
Sharks don't do shit at night time.
Well,
they don't sleep.
Yeah, I know they don't sleep, but they also can't swim backwards. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every day's a day at school.
Yeah. Every day's a school day.
Every day's a day at school. It's like every day you learn something new.
That's not the same.
Yeah, no, that's the same.
No,
every day's a day at school.
Bullshit. It's not every day.
No,
a day at school.
no, Kieran. No, it's the same.
Jordan, stop trying to be like this.
It's the same. Right, I'm Googling it.
No, I'm going to Google every day is a school day.
Right. Every day is a day
a school day.
No, it's not every day is a school day. Every day is a school day.
Thank you.
What? No.
Yes, Jordan.
What?
Where did you get yours from?
That's so wrong, though. It sounds better the way I said it.
No, it doesn't.
Every day's a day at school.
No, it's not.
It's got a lot more rhythm to it. Every day's a school day. Every day's a day at school.
Every day's a school day.
No, it's not as good. It's not as good.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not as good.
It's better.
No. Right, we'll start a poll or something. People have to vote which one sounds better. Every day's a school day or every day's a day at school.
But it's not even like a poll thing. It's like everyone's going to agree with me.
No, that may be the way that it's supposed to be, but I'm saying my way sounds better.
This is absolute. No, it doesn't sound better.
Yes,
Jordan.
it does.
Okay, let's say we start from scratch. Every day's a school day is still better. Every day's a school day.
No, every day is a day at school.
See how you had to take a pause there because you had to try and think about it.
Trying to keep up.
But anyway, the drinking thing.
Yeah.
God's sake. So yes, they were probably thinking in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
when they were doing the drinking and stuff, the shark usually made its attack at like 5 a.m.
Made its attack.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's been really sporadic. You're just right. You are right. They should have.
Thank you. Yeah, you can't really argue that point. You should not be drinking if you're trying to catch a killer shark.
Yeah, it's not a great idea.
So, have you got any beefs?
Yes, I do.
Let's go.
My main beef is that in GCSE English or in some kind of
what? Where are we going with this?
I had to watch certain scenes of this film so many times.
Okay.
So it's from the point where when it's the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And it's from the point where like Brody's at the arcade.
Right.
From there all the way to when the kid gets eaten and the kid dies.
Wow, they made you watch that
over and over and
Why?
over again. It's because there's a lot of great filming and just like understanding of film and
what's that got to do with GCSE English?
Because it's like
that's media studies, isn't it?
I guess so, but you see how in poems they're like when they use this technique, it shows this thing, and the teacher was drawing a parallel with Jaws. Is
it like the script though? Like
no, not the script. It was the techniques being used. And how they portray and how they can make certain things be relevant.
Okay, have you got any examples? Yeah.
You know how I said yellow in the Fast Force?
Yeah.
So there's loads of yellow in this film.
Is there?
There's loads of yellow. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, especially I'm pointing my...
And yellow, as we all know, is the colour of death.
Yeah. And so the kid had a yellow lilo.
Yeah.
Say that 5 times fast.
And the kid had a yellow lilo.
No, yellow lilo.
The kid had a yellow lilo.
No, it's not the kid had a yellow lilo. It's
yellow lilo. Yellow lilo. Yellow lilo. Yellow lilo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yellow lilo.
Yeah,
it's like talking in tongues.
Yeah. Is that the Harry Potter speaking in tongues?
No, it's like when people get the spirit of Jesus in them.
Oh, okay. Okay, and but his mum also has the yellow hat.
Yeah,
and there's a bunch of other yellow stuff in that scene.
Okay,
which
I'm still. What's the significance of the yellow? Come on.
this is what they were asking in
What?
in English. They were like,
Tell me you have an answer.
the significance of the yellow was to kind of like draw a parallel throughout the film. So it's like when you think of the film Jaws, you think of like the color yellow, or when you see yellow, that's when you're going to associate it with something bad happening.
Why? What's the point?
That's what I got from
That doesn't make
that
any
thing in
sense.
GCSE
Why?
English. I know.
Just Spielberg's like, make sure we throw some more yellow in there. I need people to think yellow. But why is Mr. Spielberg? I don't know.
It's hard for me to explain, but like they like to do it significantly with particular colors, and for this time they chose yellow.
No, it doesn't make sense. Can we Google it? The significance of yellow in Jaws. Jaws colors on a website called Schmoop. Colors can hold just as much meaning on film as they do in painting. In Jaws, Spielberg uses colors as a hint, a warning, a reminder. Okay. So is it more like they used yellow to make you think that something bad was going to happen?
That's
or like,
literally what I said. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I just didn't understand it the way you said it.
Okay. Maybe I just didn't explain it properly.
Possibility.
So yeah. So there you go. So,
Okay. So your beef is that there was too much yellow.
No, my beef is that about how much. So the beef is nothing to do with the actual film. It's probably just my association with how many times I had to watch specific scenes, and I was just constantly reminded of that over and over and over again. I only got to watch like the second half of the film once because we just watched that one film so many times.
Oh wow, okay.
I knew exactly what was going to happen. It was quite boring. Also, did you see the old man tits?
Yeah, that's one of my points. Yeah,
that was gross.
Saw that guy legitimately just had tits that were just formed from old age and gravity.
I really hope that doesn't happen to me.
Oh man, I really hope that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, that's
probably will though, won't it?
I mean,
like we probably will have tits.
In another way though.
Well, people are living for longer. There's more time for old age and gravity to have an effect.
Maybe there's more time to also like develop gains as an old person.
Develop anti-tit material.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to make something happen there, but it wasn't happening. Okay, some other beefs.
Yeah.
When Hooper comes over to Brody and what is the name of the wife and Ellen's place?
Right.
Hooper comes with a bottle of red and a bottle of white.
Yeah.
He just starts eating their food.
Right.
Which is fucking rude.
You don't do that.
A classic Yojimbo over here.
Really strange. Yeah.
Coming over here and eating people's food.
Yeah.
Not cool. And also, when Brody opens the bottle of red, Hooper's like, "You might want to let that breathe." Oh, okay. And so he just pours.
He pours like a pint glass of wine
on ice.
What?
This is my beef.
Which one was it?
Red wine on ice.
What a fucking idiot!
I can't believe you didn't notice that because
I didn't notice the ice. I was just like, well, to be honest, actually, at that point, I just started pouring myself some red wine. I was like,
you like a red wine?
I mean, if they're going to,
well, may as well.
It was literally had like a box wine sitting in front of me, and I was like, well, I mean, I might as well.
Do you call it a boxo wine? Is that what you call it?
No, I just call it a box wine.
Box wine.
Yeah.
Box swine sounds like bog swine.
Well, now that you say that, bog swine.
Ugh, that's gross.
Fucking like swamp pig.
Do you want to drink some bog swine?
You want some swamp pig?
Gross. Maybe take off your tie before cutting open a shark.
Why did he get stuff over his tie?
Well, it's just like Hooper's. Like, you know, if you're wearing a tie, you lean down, and because gravity, the tie is swinging about all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's not quite how gravity works. It's not going to like start swinging around.
Well, I mean,
it just goes down.
It's swinging down, but your body is like horizontal or something. Right?
Yeah.
Or
I get it.
You understand the physics, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you're cutting open a shark, you're leaning over,
right?
Or you're going to get loads of crap on your tie. And I think that cleaning a shirt is way easier than cleaning a tie. I think there's a finite
Depends
amount
on the colour of the shirt and the colour of the tie, doesn't it?
I think that no, it's not about. I think there's a finite amount of times that you can clean a tie.
Right.
I think a tie might be one of those things that you have to dry clean.
Yeah, and then after a certain amount of time, the tie dye.
Hey! What, Jordan? Nice one.
Yeah, next beef.
Okay, Quint is one of those pains in the arse that are just really essential.
No, be careful. I really liked Quint.
No. His name's actually Quint. It's Quint, not Quint.
That's why I said Quint.
Oh, sorry.
I said Quint because because of my accent.
Okay, my bad. But it just no, he pissed. Well,
no, I love him. It's brilliant.
The whole chunk of time from when you meet him in his cabin in his house or something to the scene where to where they're showing off their scars and stuff. All that time, he's being a dick because
but that's just him.
But why should I like someone if they're they're a dick and that's just who they are?
But he's just like he doesn't actually like he's not aggressive or violent or anything. Well, I mean he is in certain situations, but like he's just being dickish, like having some banter. Like when he's like, you're gonna get in that cage. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Fair ye Spanish ladies.
Yeah,
and like he starts singing about how he's gonna die, and he's like walking off laughing.
I just feel
brilliant.
Like it's
he just knows. No, I've got mad respect for Quint because he knows his shit. Like he hunts sharks, and he's an old timey dude. He does it the old ways, and that's what he knows. And
why do you need to hunt sharks?
For the blubber. No, I mean you don't do.
You don't need to hunt
sharks.
sharks.
Apparently you just need to you need to hunt sharks so that you can hang up all of their jaws around your house.
I guess so. But I just think it's like just dumb as hell. How his bants are just shit. I think his bants are shit. His bants were shit until he got drunk with everyone and everyone was drunk.
I feel like he was always drunk, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what? He reminds me of the landlord of the flat that I now live in, that you used to live in.
Oh, really?
In the way that, like, when they have bants, it's like, ha, 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 ha. I'm only laughing because I feel like if I don't laugh, then you're going to have an issue with the fact that I didn't find your joke funny.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't want to meet Quint, but I'd like to watch more of him. Like, I don't think I would enjoy him actually talking to me. I would struggle in the same way that you just said. Like, it would be like he'd say something, he'd be like, but like watching him do it to other people is brilliant.
It's interesting. Like when old women say things that aren't funny, they just laugh by themselves. And
right.
or like this is like with my French family, for instance.
I was about to say you're thinking of a very specific example in mind, don't you?
Yeah, probably. But like my English gran, if she doesn't find something funny, she'll just give you like she'll just get on with what she's doing.
Right.
And she's like, okay, that's just not funny. She doesn't even acknowledge it. She just doesn't say anything. And so I was like, okay, I've got to raise my game before I make my gran laugh. If I make a dad joke, she can smirk because she comes to appreciate them now.
Okay.
But like other parts of the family, like when people just laugh all the time and they've just got dead bants.
Yeah.
If you're making good bants and you're laughing because it's like a good bant, then that's fine. But if you've got dead bants, then how am I supposed to find that funny? And the thing that you're basically, I just have a massive beef with people who have dead bants and try to involve me in their dead bants. And it's like, I've got nothing to go off here. You're giving me nothing, you know? You're
just going to cut them off mid-sentence. Just like, sorry, stop. You're not fucking funny. I don't find it funny, and I want to leave this social situation.
With old men, it's really awkward because I feel like they're going to go all defensive. And with old women, I don't want to like insult them. So,
right.
So
you're an enabler, is what you're saying?
I'm trying not to be. I should just walk away. I I could just say, like, you know,
you're just like at a shopping till or something, and you're getting a shop, and there's an old man behind you, and like you have a cucumber and like some oranges or something. He's like, he gives you a little nudge. He's like, "Hey, looks like a cock, doesn't it? Cock and balls." And I'm like, and you just leave your shopping and walk off.
Yeah, that's what I'd just be like, dimensions coming for you. And,
wow.
Because
that's a different thing, Keiran, to walk away and not enable their dead bants, and it's another thing to go, you're going to die very soon.
A lot of the time, their dead bants and like is especially like with old creepy men is inappropriate. And so they want to involve me because like I'm a younger version of them who will surely find this funny. I'm like, no, I don't find that funny.
Right.
Like your ex-landlord, my current landlord, does that stuff all the time. And
I do get that,
like,
yeah. He was, yeah.
And there's times where he's done that where I'm like, I don't find that funny. And then he'll get all defensive and be like, oh, I was just trying to make a joke. I was like, well, that's just sexist. Or like, like that's just racist. Like he bought some tea for one of my flatmates.
Right.
And he wanted some herbal tea, but he wrote on it in permanent marker, puff tea. because he thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's not really that
And
funny.
like that's not funny.
No.
That's just you trying to show us like some humor, but with your homophobia. So, so
old people stuck in their ways is something that you don't like.
Yeah, that's all my beefs though.
Okay. Tasty little bit and bob for you. Did you notice the shooting star?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I looked this up, and that was actually just a naturally occurring shooting star.
Fuck off.
And they just caught it, yeah. I was like, did that have some sort of significance?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, was that line supposed to be, was that added in? No, they just were filming it, and they caught a shooting star in the background. Nice little bit there, isn't it?
Yeah, that was well cool. I like that.
Anything, have you got anything you want to...
You see when the Hooper first came into the... I was going to say lobotomy room, autopsy room.
Yeah,
they're checking out the evidence and whatever. And by the way, I was surprised that he was so like disgusted because, I mean, he might not have seen a dead human before, but no, because he would have analyzed.
I think he was more shocked by just the like ferociousness.
All right, the ferocity of the of the shark bites and stuff. Okay, that's fine. I thought his dictaphone was awesome.
Yeah, I could see you being like thinking that was kind of cool.
That was fucking cool. Also, he was pretty cute.
He asked for a glass of water and got like the smallest little shot glass. I was like, I would not be very happy with that.
God, just a fucking.
Excuse me, can I get some water? And then he just passes like a little fucking sippy cup that you get at the dentist.
Here's an upside down contact lens.
Yeah,
trick your water out. Thank you. $10,000. I didn't think was a lot.
For catching a shark that killed people?
I'll do it for $10,000.
I mean, it looks like Quint could probably sustain himself for the rest of his life based off of what he was currently doing with $10,000. Also, 76. That's like probably more money back then.
Maybe
in 1976 time.
Yeah.
One thing I was like, that made me think is just the smoking in the hospital. Just like, how mad is it that used to be a thing that you could smoke in a hospital?
Yeah, it's just silly. And like when Brody is about to start smoking in the autopsy room, and Hooper has to be like, "Don't smoke now," or whatever he says. Yeah. It's like, surely
don't smoke now. Smoke later with Camel.
Camel used to sponsor fucking everything.
Yeah, they did but it was like they had to change the camel from looking like a cartoon because it was making too many kids want to smoke.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Cigarette advertising industry is a dark place.
Yep. There was a point where they were. It was really when they were comparing their scars and stuff. So Hooper's showing him his scars, and Quint showing him scars and stuff.
Yeah.
And Brody looks in his trousers.
What do you mean?
He just looks like as if he's looking at his dick. So like these guys are like, I've got a big scar.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? So
got a big
I thought
scar.
He was looking to his stomach, like he'd been shot or something. I was expecting, but I guess we just never saw any of that.
Yeah. There was a lot of ego in this film, which I just thought was just a bit stupid. Like Hooper was getting pissed off because Quint was telling him what to do.
Yeah.
And
apparently the actual actors really hated each other.
All the three of them?
No, Hooper and Quint.
I mean, it came across on this. On the screen,
so it actually kind of helped make that happen, sort of thing. I thought that I liked their little interactions. I thought it was cool because it's like old and new, isn't it? Like, and they're clashing.
Yeah, I guess.
But then at the end, they come together when they use the shark cage, but then it doesn't work, so old wins.
But then old dies as well.
That was like the most anticlimactic death. Like that shouldn't have happened.
You don't think?
Right, we're talking about a guy who's been sharking for a living and has survived being in the water for like days on end while sharks attacked, and he just slid all the way down the boat and into a shark's mouth. Like, it's just too easy. Like, it happened too easily. He's just like, he grabbed the knife, didn't he? Why didn't he just like stab the knife into the wood to use it as leverage to get back up or something like that?
Yeah.
I feel like he's a guy that kind of just knew what to do when it came to shark attacks. One of the points that I wrote in my notes was when I can't remember what's happening. So first of all, this guy's fucking fishing for a shark. with a fishing rod. Who the how much of a badass motherfucker do you have to be to fish for a shark?
It's a pretty sweet setup though, because
it's pretty fucking cool. It's like on a spinny
harness.
Chair,
yeah,
strapped in.
He's got like an office chair in the back of his thing with like a double like in a theme park ride you get one of those
harness.
The harness that comes over. It's almost like one of those. It clips in, and then he's got the super fucking slick reel. That's the one.
Yeah. Man, I know loads about fishing, apparently.
Have you been fishing?
No. I've always wanted to go, though. But no, when that was happening, there was something happened, and there was a fire in the background.
Yeah.
And he's just like, put out the fire, would you? Like, just totally cool. He's like fishing for a shark, and he just knows there's a fire behind him. He's like, well, we need to get rid of that fire, so let's do that. This guy is calm as a cucumber, and he slides down the boat into the fucking shark's mouth. That's what I'm saying. Like, he should not have died that way. I was really disappointed. Yeah. Really disappointed.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I'm done. I'm all done with bits and bobs.
Okay. There was just one little thing right at the start where right at the start, where they're playing Wonderwall and smoking the reefer and drinking.
Not right at the
start.
It is
right.
Because before that, there's some under the water.
Okay, all right. Right after nearly the start, the very, very start, before that start.
This is like the whole Wally thing all over again, isn't it?
The woman that gets eaten, she's standing next to like a bin that's just got smoke billowing out of it. And I'm like, what is going on there?
She's cold.
Are these teenagers just like fucking smoking a chicken or something like on the beach?
She's doing a rotisserie.
Yeah, like what is going on there? Like, I don't understand. It's just smoke in a bin.
I don't understand why she was next to the campfire though. Because if she's cold,
she was sort of on her own, wasn't she? Out of the corner.
Why not be next to the campfire?
She looked kind of weird as well. All those teenagers look kind of weird. Like 76, man. I don't know.
Yeah, 76 stoners. Strange.
So, if you could be someone in the film, who would you be?
I'd be the mayor and not be such a cunt.
Yeah.
He was such a dick.
What a dick.
A self-interested asshole who essentially caused the death of two people.
3.
Who's the third?
2. Yeah. No.
Because the girl wasn't his fault.
2. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the boy and the man, technically his fault because he pushed the thing to be open. So, yeah he's a dick. He's an absolute dick. So I would have allowed the beach to be closed, allowed Hooper to do his National Geographic Boy Scout thing, and then it would just be like, cool, get that massive shark. You tell me how big the shark is. Sorted.
Yeah. I would be Quint, and I wouldn't. I am saying Quint. I'm just tease.
I'm not hitting that bottle stop.
I don't do that. That's all. I just don't go Quint. I would be Quint.
You know that the sound. Quint. You know the sound that you make when you say like butter, for instance.
Butter.
The thing that separates the two vowels. That's called a bottle stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, as I didn't hear the bottle stop when you said Quint.
Well, just stop correcting me when I'm saying it.
Okay, I'm
stop being a dick.
Sorry.
So I would be him. So you put me off now. I would be him. And you know when he's driving the ship, you sail the ship.
Yeah.
Sailing the ship really hard.
Baby,
and it
you can drive my ship.
And it makes the engine blow out.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
That's just silly.
I don't understand. At that point, it looks like he's lost control, and it brings me back to like Moby Dick, and where what's his face, Captain fucking Pugwash is like
I've not
driven
seen
in. I can't remember. It's in the story. It's the story, isn't it?
As if anyone's name.
Captain Ahab.
Whose name is Pugwash? That's just silly.
Captain Pugwash.
I mean, that's just not a name, is it?
Well, no, but it's a show. You know the show, right?
What?
Captain Pugwash.
No.
You've never heard of Captain Pugwash?
I've heard of Captain Pugwash, but I don't know what it is.
And his ship full of seamen.
What?
Seamen stains.
No, I don't know what you're on about.
There's literally okay. There's a children's TV show called Captain Pugwash, and it had loads of like sexual innuendos. But yeah, and it's a whole thing. It's kind of funny.
Did he wash pugs?
Potentially funny. Some maybe not appropriate at all.
Okay.
So I would be him and obviously not run the ship out, because at that point, yeah, as I said, it looks like he's lost control and he's just like driven by like trying to catch this shark. Like all he can think about is doing that. And after that happened is when he sort of like started to accept that maybe he'd gone too far, and he's like, okay, Hooper, what can you do with these spears? Guys, you need a life jacket. Like I've just fucked us, basically. So I'd be just drive it a little bit slower. Think of something else. Like I think the only reason I can think he did that is to make the shark still want to chase them. You know, if you've ever like played with a cat and you have like a piece of string, if you just zip the string around, it won't care. But if you do it slowly, it'll be like, oh, I want to catch that. So maybe he knew that he had to be going fast for the shark to want to swim after them.
Yes, I also thought that he wanted to get in as close to shore as possible to make it easier.
Yeah, but if he'd have gone slower, he could have gone further without blowing it out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I see where you're coming from.
Okay, cool. So who would you bring in?
Baby Shark.
No, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm so sorry, listeners, now that you have that song in your head.
Because it would go... I'm not sure I've seen the whole video. For those of you who don't know, there is a viral video called Baby Shark.
A vile video.
I actually quite like this song. I think it's nice. Starts Baby Shark, then it goes Mummy Shark, and then Daddy Shark comes in and sings an octave lower, which I think is funny.
So what would you do as Baby Shark?
And it goes Granny Shark. And then I don't know if there's a level after that. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I don't know. It would, because Jaws doesn't seem to be the kind of shark who would actually talk that much. I think maybe he's like,
I'd go as far as to say he doesn't talk at all.
I think he's a non-verbal shark, even if he was characterized as like an animated
Aren't
thing.
all sharks non-verbal?
Well, not in the Baby Shark music video.
Right, yeah.
So he would just be like, arr, 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 like that the whole
Do
time.
sharks make that noise?
Well,
I don't think sharks make any noise. Do sharks make noises? Right.
I don't know.
Google.
Here's another Google. But so yeah, there's that. The reason why I want to do that is because I just think that him having that song in his head will make him one of two things. He'll either calm the fuck down. Go on, Jordan.
They are the quintessential silent hunters. They don't make any noise.
Wow.
Yeah.
The quintessential.
Yeah.
Even
their scales are modified to allow them to slip through the water in ghost-like silence.
That is scary.
Yeah, man.
So
this is why I don't like the sea.
Okay, one of two things: he'll either calm the fuck down, or he'll become so enraged with the song that he'll have this like existential like self-hatred of being a shark, and it's like, when I was a baby shark, like, was I that annoying? And like, what does it mean for me to be a shark? I've put this out into the world, like my species is annoying people throughout humanity, whereas for me it just makes me happy when I see it. I saw a really cute video of a kid going, Alexa, play Baby Shark, and he tried to get, like, his 2-year-old kid was trying to do it. It was so cute.
Okay,
so the whole thing is cute for me.
Yeah.
Who'd you bring in?
So this came to me whilst I was doing a little bit of reading. The shark was named by Spielberg. It was called Bruce after his lawyer, and then
really?
Okay. And then I was like, Bruce, Bruce from Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking, let's bring him in, and he can teach Brucey that fish are friends, not food, and that people are friends, not food. Just skip the whole eating of the people and just have the shark become a very great member of society.
See, I thought about this. By the way, when you said a great member of society, I just suddenly pictured that massive shark in like a
business suit.
A three-piece suit, standing next to the mayor, like.
As you can see, the ocean current is really being affected.
Or like doing like a news report. Like, hi, my name's Todd. Hi, my name's Bruce, and I'm a shark.
Hi, Bruce. Very nice to meet you.
Yes, but I thought
it's not too fantastical to believe.
So what's the deal when Bruce does smell blood?
Yeah,
Bruce loses his, like, as in from Finding Nemo. He loses his shit.
Yeah, sharks do go into like a feeding frenzy when they smell blood, don't they?
So he's just going to teach him. It's like, imagine an alcoholic teaching, or an ex-alcoholic teaching a current alcoholic their new ways. But that ex-alcoholic, as soon as they get a whiff of whiskey, they're back on it, you know? And so they're both going to go back spiraling down. Same thing.
Maybe, but maybe not. Well, how did any of the sharks learn to not eat them? If surely all of them do that if they smell blood.
Yeah, but what? Basically, I think Bruce from Finding Nemo needs his training needs to be a bit more rigorous. He's not ready to
maybe
socialize.
it could be a few years on. Maybe he's got like his silver badge. He's 3 years off of meat. What does the shark eat if it doesn't eat meat? Like, what do they eat? They can't be just sitting there eating kelp. Their bodies aren't designed to deal with that, surely.
I think there might be different levels of fish, because I wonder if
It's just some that are just pescatarians, some that only eat eggs.
Yeah, or I reckon there's fish that are herbivores, so vegetarian fish.
Yeah.
But then there's also, I wouldn't be surprised if they were like krill. Krill is not the fish the same way that we're fish.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm just saying that I reckon the fish from Finding Nemo. See how jellyfish didn't have eyes or anything.
Yeah.
Jellyfish were just jellyfish like wandering around. I reckon that there's like a whole thing for like Marlin and all of his people, all of his mates and stuff. And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, there's us fish who have eyes and everything.
The ones that can talk.
yeah, there's all the talking ones. And then there's like krill who can't say anything. And jellyfish who just don't have no eyes.
We didn't see any krill, though, like maybe they can.
I'm just kind of imagining that they might not.
Well, wait, what about Jacques? Because he cleans the tank, doesn't he? He's like a shrimp, and krill are kind of like shrimp.
Yeah, but krill are tiny, though, no?
Yeah, but they're like tiny shrimp.
I guess so. Maybe so maybe there's like this whole thing in like fish society in Finding Nemo and then therefore in Jaws as well, where there's like, okay, to sharks, fish are friends, not food, but the sharks need to eat something, so they're eating the same things as the whales, which is krill.
Right.
But then there's a section of that society which is like the shrimp community who feel like they're part of their species and they're brothers, although they're different. They're a different kind of breed of shrimp or whatever it is. They're not being looked after, and still they're being what's the word I'm looking for? Discriminated against for being like lowly creatures.
Right.
Maybe who's protecting the rights of the krill? Maybe whales shouldn't eat krill.
I can see why now that you wouldn't have picked Bruce if that's really triggered off this amount of.
You see what I mean? Like, so all of this happened, and I thought, baby shark, just bring baby shark in. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Would you stay indoors to watch Jaws?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was a really good film. It stands up, Can't wait to see if the second one stands up. I can't wait to see if watching it again, it stands up again.
Dude, I'm not watching the second Jaws.
So I've heard that like this starts to get really ridiculous, and that like by the third one, it's like the shark is somehow like is hunting like specific people, and it's like some sort of sentient shark. Yeah, which I'm kind of interested in seeing how that works.
No,
I would like to go and see Jaws 2, 3, and if there is a fourth one.
Do you want to see Sharknado?
No, I don't want to see that because that just sounds silly. It did make me think about like the film The Meg that recently came out.
It's so dumb.
Like I haven't seen that, but
have you seen the trailer?
Nah.
It just looks so stupid.
Well, like this is the thing, like that this film was done really well considering it's a film about a shark. Like, and it's quite scary, but also like you barely see it. You see it like maybe 4 times really, and it's keeps you sort of scared of this thing. Like I legitimately don't like being underwater, even when I'm like in a video game. Like it makes me feel on edge. So like, I think they've really captured the fear of sharks, even though it's scientifically inaccurate. And sharks don't really eat people like that.
Okay, all right.
Would you stay indoors for this film?
Yeah, I wrote. Okay, I get it, but also fuck that.
You can't be half in and half out, Kieran.
No, I'm in.
Okay.
So I think people should watch it because it's like, as much as the whole GCSE English thing made me look really specifically at lots of like particular camera angles and things. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, why was that in English?
Yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been.
But there wasn't media studies, in GCSE.
You didn't have media studies?
In GCSE?
Oh,
no.
we did.
Wait, did we? I don't know.
Maybe this was in media studies.
Was year 9. Maybe this was year 9. I can't remember. But it was before GCSE. I can't remember. In any case, when you watch the film and you can see that there's some really good, like nice camera shots and things like that, that's really, really cool. But there's some things that I'm starting to recognize of, what's the director's name? Spielberg.
Yeah.
In Jurassic Park, I can't remember when Jurassic Park came out, but see how in Jurassic Park you've got the main dude Yeah.
The main dude, yeah.
Yeah, and you've got his maybe girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and they go off to the island, and they're, running away from dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
In Jurassic Park, it's like this bloke is really horrible and mean, doesn't like kids and stuff, and he doesn't. Like, he eventually gets on with kids, but he's a hardened guy.
Yeah.
Whereas the woman is a lot like emotionally available and stuff and all this.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing in Jaws.
No.
What do you mean no?
It's not, though, is it?
It is.
There isn't a man that doesn't like kids.
He doesn't. Okay, he doesn't.
He has kids and he's
He
very
has
nice
kids
to
and
them.
he likes them,
lets
but
them go
he also shouts at them, and he's like, "Okay, get out of here."
because he's scared of the shark being
He's
killing
I
them.
think he's really blunt as well. Like he's just. I
No,
don't,
disagree with you.
Also, the woman is like. I feel like the woman is like in the same way that in Jurassic Park the woman is trying to get the man to be more emotionally available, whatever else. Same thing happens here, but does she actually do anything? No, it has to be an exterior force that shows the man how to love. Also, it's a son as well, or like it's a son kind of figure that gets the man to be more emotional.
Okay.
I just saw that link between the two films. So as much as there was that, and there was a few bits and bobs, I was like, that's just kind of bullshit. I still think that Jaws is an important film to watch. So stay indoors.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Stay indoors.
Sweet.
Okay. So what are we watching next week?
Next week we are watching L.A. Confidential. And if you want to watch it ahead of next week, so you can stay up to date with us, you can get it on Amazon Prime Video.
Yes, you can.
Which you can. Oh, by the way, you can also get Jaws.
Yeah, you can watch Jaws, and you could just do a double bill.
Sweet. All right.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Guess how much money is in my pocket right now?
£2.73.
£2.70.
But whilst Jordan is checking how much money he has in his pocket, I will.
20p.
Ah. Okay then.
Nope, not even close.
Okay.
I was going to let you have it as well if you got it right. So you can listen to us at 250 Reasons on. No, that's just totally wrong. Sorry. You can.
Get in touch with us on social media
That's
at
the
250 Reasons. Come on, Jordan. We've done this enough times before.
So, but you can listen to us at Spotify, Stitcher, Acast, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Literally anywhere you get your podcast, I guarantee we'll be there. And if we're not, tell me.
How did you listen to this?
Yeah.
Where you listen to this, more of this
Why
will
have you
be
picked
there.
this one episode to listen to us and then gone back to the other obscure place?
All of them will be there.
Okay. So do that. Send in your 15-second pitch to
50 and
250 reasons at gmail.com. Smooth like butter. And just do it. Just
do that
have
thing.
a great day.
That's it.
Just have a bloody good day.
Just have a day.
Yes.
Bye.